So, do you run ads, but you're a degenerate, lazy piece of shit? You don't want to put any effort into it. You want your ads to just convert despite you using the same ad images, the same text and copy. Heck, you can just throw it in the AI, pop it on, just throw that diarrhea all over Facebook. And you use the world's ugliest landing pages and you still convert at crazy amounts. Does that sound good to you? Of course it does, because you know why? You're a degenerate piece of shit. But I, like you, like putting absolutely no effort into my ads. So what I'm going to show you in this video is actually something that allowed me to put almost no effort into my ads and take my business from zero to over $30 million per year while keeping my ad costs very low. That is on about $3,000 a day in ad spend. The returns I get on my ads are absolutely alarming. They make everybody else's ad spend look small, beta, and very non-giga chad. And I'm going to give this technique to you. And then you can just use it forever and forget everything you know about sales, copywriting, landing pages, and just do this because it works so much better. It makes your ads convert so much higher. In fact, when I've given this to people with their ads, even if they're semi-beginners, it's allowed them to just stop doing everything else, just focus on this, and their business grows and their ads are instantly, almost guaranteedly profitable. Because this is just that damn effective. And this is what I like to call the testimonial ladder. Now, like other videos, I like to try and keep these short. If you want to see the ad targeting for this, the way I actually make money and monetize this, there'll be links to those at the end of this video, also in the description. You should check those out because that's the entire part of the system. And as an added benefit, I have no course to sell you because I've actually made a ton of money already doing this. I'm just subtly adding you to a remarketing list for Hyros right now. So I just give away everything on this channel so that you can grow your ads. And then when you're like,
hey, I'd like to make more money from my ads,
I'll just add Hyros in and then you'll make 15-20% more like that, which will be proven to you in this video as well. But Hyros isn't required for this. In fact, being an intelligent individual, not required for this at all. You can be a baboon level ad runner and you'll beat everybody. And it's using what I like to call the testimonial ladder. Using this simple pattern allowed us to take Hyros from zero to $30 million per year. It allowed me to take info businesses from zero to $10 million per year. I've seen this work and actually it just works everywhere because it's the base of how to get people to do what you want. So what exactly is this? Let me explain. The testimonial ladder process is simply a process of getting testimonials from people and then using those testimonials to get larger testimonials from more reputable people and then advertising it and then repeating that process over and over again till the world ends. Now, this sounds really simple. Advertise your testimonials, yeah. But you have to understand how to do this in a specific way. And if you do this in a specific way, your business will start from absolute scratch to working its way up to getting the largest testimonials in the industry from the biggest names. And then once you have that, you really don't need much else. You can mess up everything else, but if you have the biggest names in an industry saying, hey, this works, and then hundreds of testimonials also saying this works, you don't need to do anything else. Let me explain. So how does this work? It essentially involves getting early testimonials for your product and then using that to stack other testimonials. Let me explain. So very early on in my career, when I was a stage 10 scumbag, I would be launching products on the Warrior Forum. Now you have to be about 60 years old to remember what the Warrior Forum is. This is back when you actually had to learn how to do internet marketing on your own. It was the wild, wild west cowboy days of it. And so what I would do is I go on these forums and everybody had these really long form copy pages. They have all this stuff convincing you to buy their little scammy, scuzzy project. And I was like, I think the better way to do this would actually be to A, make a product that works first. This is one of the first requirements is. But two, what I would instead do, instead of making these long copies and trying to persuade people to do it, I would just go and get testimonials from 20, 30 people. I would give them the product would work, they'd leave a testimonial. And I'd just make pages with hundreds and hundreds of testimonials on them. And then people would buy. That was literally the only copy on the page. There'd be a little snippets, headlines, the typical stuff, then hundreds of testimonials. And so what I started doing for all of my businesses is I would go and launch the business, I get testimonials, and I would advertise those testimonials. And I would stack the testimonials up to a large, obnoxious amount and then just advertise that. And this allowed me to absolutely crush it in info marketing, making tens of millions of dollars per year. But when this really took off is when I started sniper focusing this to get larger testimonials and piggyback it and then use that to take over an entire industry. So let me explain to you how I did this in info marketing and Hyros, and you can kind of see how to do this in your industry. So when I launched Hyros, for example, A, the product works. If you put Hyros onto your ads with the combination of print tracking and AI optimization, you simply make 15 to 20% more from your ads. This is proven, this is factual. We have a 90-day guarantee on it that if a person comes on and their ads do not scale, they don't make more money from it, they don't pay for it, because it just simply works. So that's the first bar none thing you gotta do. The next thing you wanna do is when you launch your product, you need to find your first core 10 power customers. These are people that really want to use your product and you just give it to them for free. Now, if nobody wants to use your product, even though you give it away for free, you probably don't have the right product market fit. And I'll talk about that in an entire other video. But let's imagine you have a lot of people that actually want to use your product and they get results from it. You get these 10 people on board and then you get them to leave 10 testimonials, okay? Specifically, you want to get these people in the same industry. So if I'm doing info marketing or marketing my product at Hyros to agencies that run ads for info businesses, what I did is I went and got 10 info agencies and I let them use it for free. And I showed them, hey, you plug this into your ads, it makes more money. They plugged into their ads, they made more money. So then what I used that for is to then run ads to pages that had all their testimonials on this. And I used this to start getting more agencies and businesses similar to them in the info space in. But here's where it gets very, very interesting. Once you have this amount of testimonials, what this allows you to do if your product is unique in a market space. For example, if you have a product that everybody else has, you're going to have a hard time getting really big, well-known people to use it. But if you have a product that is unique, you can basically reach out to businesses, large, well-known businesses, and offer it to them for free, get them results, and then simply ask for a testimonial. So what we did at our business is I took these testimonials we initially had to start getting my initial customers from ads. That's literally all I did. I got 10 testimonials, and I ran a simple sales page with a video and these 10 testimonials and book a call. But where this really turned in the fire is when I took these 10 testimonials and I reached out to specific agencies. So for example, I reached out to Tony Robbins' ad agency. I reached out to ClickFunnels. I reached out to big names like Sam Ovens in our space. Grant Cardone. In fact, if you just go look at Hyros, we have testimonials from basically everyone in the info marketing space. Why? Because what I did is I reached out to these businesses starting from maybe a smaller tier. So I'd find a really big, well-known person in the info marketing space. Let's say Dan Henry. Okay, Dan is like a little bit more private back in the day, but this person was pretty big in the industry. Okay. So then what I do is I get results for Dan Henry, for example, and then I use that to reach out to someone who was at a little bit higher level. I say, hey, we just got him results right here. Do you want to try this out? I can pretty much guarantee it'll work. You come on for free. If it does work for you, just leave a testimonial. And so we use this to go higher and higher up to the point where we were working with the biggest names in the industry. And then we'd use one testimonial from a big name in the industry to lure on another person. So for example, we got Grant Cardone results with Hyros, we got his ad team results with Hyros, and then we reached out to Tony Robbins' ad team. And we slowly started getting all these big names on Hyros simply by doing that and then collecting a testimonial. Then what do you think I did once I had those testimonials? All we did is we started running ads to our website, focusing on these testimonials. So for example, check out this page right here. Okay, you can see it's just an obnoxious level of results across the entire industry. Now, Hyros does so much more outside of info now, so we have testimonials from everybody. SaaS companies like ClickFunnels, Playboy, and e-commerce, influencers in e-commerce. I don't want you to focus on that right now because this applies to the same thing. If I'm doing it in e-commerce, I'm doing it in SaaS right now. I'm going to repeat this process in any business that I'm doing. But then what I would do is I'd run ads with these testimonials and then send people to pages like this. It is just an endless page of results that our business has gotten. Because the only thing that people really care about and the only thing that people really believe is results and convincing results from people that they know in an industry. You don't just want to grab random testimonials. You want to grab targeted testimonials from big names and well-known people, and then you show them the endless conga line of results you've gotten for more normal or less well-known businesses. And then you just keep it coming. You keep stacking and you keep stacking and keep stacking it. Then you start to pitch. And you can see at the bottom of this page, we just have a simple booking form. That's it. This page has almost no copywriting on it. It is just endless results. I've ran this page in a format on ClickFunnels that's very, very, very ugly, much worse looking than this, and it actually worked better than this good looking page. Now, of course, we want to have other parts of our site. We want to, have the other features and things that are going on in our business, but this is really what it takes. And then once you have the big names in your industry, well, here's how you expand the business even more. You use those big names in your industry to springboard in other industries. So for example, we're working with a big brand like Playboy. We go and show them all the testimonials we got from big names in info marketing. Say, hey, this will work in e-commerce for you. Use it. Repeat the process. Then use that to get more testimonials in e-commerce. What about SaaS? Same thing we're doing right now at Hyros right now for SaaS. Working with ClickFunnels. Got ClickFunnels results, show other SaaS companies, start building a Rolodex of SaaS companies. Same thing with agencies. Find big well-known agencies in the agency space, repeat that process. And you use this process to keep expanding the business endlessly. Because again, all we're doing is we're getting testimonials. We're using those testimonials to get bigger testimonials. Then we advertise the bigger testimonials with all the smaller testimonials underneath them. And this can be essentially all your ads boil down to. This is such a simple, stupid concept that allows you to run ugly landing pages, basic advertising, and get superior results to pretty much everyone else in your industry. You can stop focusing on making really high quality ads and having the world's best meta TikTok, YouTube targeting, advertising management. You can just focus on this. And then the final snippet of why this really works really well is eventually everyone in your industry or in the niche you're targeting just starts to see these testimonials all over the place all the time. And they're going to think of your business whenever they do actually want to become a customer. Now with this, if you want to see how to actually run the ads, the scripts for this, I have my YouTube ad script, my exact ad scripts right here. I have how I monetize it right here. And I have the type of products I like to sell best with this type of funnel right here. This is all the information you need. I have nothing else to say to you. Go browse around the channel, learn some more, young Padawan. I'll see you in the next video.